to get respect up on the street.
Yo, it's TheGIBBYNATR, and I haven't done a commentary in so long. Well, at least it feels like so long. It's because I've been streaming for the past week. If you've been coming out to my streams, I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. They've been doing really well. So we're going to start upgrading the PC, and the streams are going to be so lit soon. But anyway, getting into this video, I've got some really good gameplays that you're watching in the background. Now, I actually got these on stream, so if you haven't been watching them, you definitely want to do that, because I get some mad gameplays. So this first one you're watching, I go on 220 streaks. I think they're probably like 22s and 23 streaks, but I go on 2, that's the whole point. And this is in TDM, so I choked the double TDM de-atomizer strike, which is such a shame, but it's all good. The next game after this is with a different class. It's slightly different for the more advanced players, and I go on a 12 gun streak, and then life after I died to some kid with a pistol, and then I go on a 42 gun streak life after. So basically a split double de-atomizer strike, both insane gameplays, so smash the like just for them alone. But I'm actually going to be giving you these class setups now. They're so good, and I assure you, you'll raise your KD up so high with these. Like, I've been using these classes like every time I've been going on live stream now, and it is just my new class. I never really used to use a KBAR, and then I found this class setup, and it just turns it godly. Like, for core in Infinite Warfare, it's better to use loads of attachments in my opinion, rather than loads of perks, because the perks in this game are kind of pointless. There's probably 3 good perks in the whole game, and you don't even need all of them. So you've got Dead Silence, which is a good perk. I'm not using it in this because I have a good headset, so if they can hear me, I can hear them. And you need Scavenger, but you could argue that you don't if your accuracy is really nice, because you can just use your rewind. But I like to save my rewind for where I really need it. But it's up to you when you want to use it. You could use Dead Silence and no Scavenger, but use your rewind when you run out of bullets. And then the other perk you want on is Dexterity, and now that's optional as well. If you can cope with the slow reload with the KBAR, do it. If you can play well, definitely do it, because I just can't do it. It's too slow for me. I like to reload quite a lot, because I've always been like the person to get feeds and stuff like that. So as you saw in the intro clip, I managed to pull off a sick 10-man kill chain on Retaliation with this gun, which is like a really big map, so that really surprised me that I actually got that clip. But it was a really sexy clip. But anyway, I'm going to put this class setup on screen now. Sick class setup, my favourite in the game right now. The first one is for more beginners, so it's got ELO, just so you can line up your shots. Then you've got quick draw, so you can get first shots on your enemies. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know how important quick draw is now, especially in this game, as quick draw makes such a big difference to your ADS time. Like, if you're not using quick draw, you need to sort that out. A lot of people in the older CODs used to not use quick draw if they were a good player, but in this game, I assure you, you need that, because it increases your ADS time by a massive percentage, which it never used to do. That's why people didn't really use it, but now it's kind of clutch. You need that shit. But I also use extended mags on this. You get 64 bullets, absolutely insane. You can just hold the trigger down and get quads for days, as you saw in the intro clip again. And then you want stock. Now, stock is something I never used to use, but I have come to love it now. I started using it at the start of the game, and then I stopped when the Korean Savage said use FMJ, and I got used to not using stock. And I never really went back to it, but now I've started playing core, I've started using stock, and it is so nice. It just feels so sexy. And then finally, on this class setup, you want to put foregrip on it. Now, that's why I'm talking about this is the beginner version, because for me, I don't use foregrip, but for beginners, you need foregrip. In the background gameplay, this has foregrip on, so you can see it's a complete laser. But I will get into the other class setup when it moves on to the other gameplay, and I'll talk more about that. But this class setup is so solid. You want to be using this on your bigger maps, because obviously it's got the foregrip, so you're not getting that much kick, so you can just mount kids across the map. Also, because it's got no silencer on, you're going to have that extra damage that you normally wouldn't if you are rocking the silencer. So it's just going to be easier to kill people at long range. But getting into the other class setup. Now, this is a class setup that I found the other day, and I've been dropping non-stop de-atomizers with this. I've played 3 free-for-all games on stream. Well, I did play 3, and 2 out of the 3 using this class setup, I dropped nuked out. So I never played nuked out. I never played nuked out before. I never played free-for-all before, and then this class setup literally allowed me to get the nuked outs, which just shows you how crazy the class setup is. So what we're using on that class setup is we're taking off the foregrip and replacing it with the silencer. Now, you might be thinking you're crazy, the KBAR recoils loads, but if you can train yourself to control the recoil pattern of the KBAR, it is actually a laser. Like, if you get your recoil compensation down, you can absolutely mount kids. Like here in this gameplay, I am not using the foregrip, as I've said, and I'm genuinely just mounting the kids. Like they can't stop me. And I've actually used this on really big maps as well, and I don't know what it is. I think it's because I've just gotten so used to this class setup now that I can genuinely mount kids across the map of just holding the trigger down, because I've taught my right thumb how to pull this recoil down and stop it from kicking into the sky. Because at the start of the game, I hated the KBAR. I thought it had too much recoil and it was a really bad gun, but now I've just practiced using it. I've got a really nice shot with it, and that's the other thing I want to talk about is the OSA. Now it's a kind of similar gun to this with a high recoil, high fire rate. So if you can manage your recoil with this gun and then that gun, you are literally set. You can become one of the world's best players. I'm being serious about that, because if you can control the recoil without having to use foregrip, that's an extra perk that you can use, an extra tactical, anything you want to use, and it just puts you ahead of everyone else. I'm going to leave you with the live comm in the background from the stream. If you did enjoy this video, definitely smash the like button. Tell me which gun you want me to do a best class setup with next, and I'll do that. But anyway, it's been TheGIBBYNATR, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Now I can 100% set this. Oh my fucking god, boys. Let's go on this battle run. Teammate snake. Jumping up, boys. Boys, can we actually drop a double here? It's be insane if we get this double. Just need to get this advance, which we're 1 kill off. To rush, boys. Shit, I thought it was called my de-iron. Rip. Can I please get a rip in the chat right now? Can I get a rip in the chat, boys? I just choked a double. It could have been a triple. Forgot about that. I want to record that. Bruh, I'm actually done. Bruh. Please have a rip in there.